He was the silky, soulful voice that transformed the Doobie Brothers from denim-clad rockers into smooth radio royalty. Michael McDonald didn't just sing, he reshaped the band's identity. But his arrival wasn't without cost. Behind the million-dollar hits and sold-out stadiums, there were quiet tensions, unspoken resentments, and a group struggling under the weight of reinvention. For decades, McDonald kept silent about what really happened when he joined the Doobies. Now, decades later, it's clear. His presence was transformative, but it fractured a band already defined by its original spirit, leaving both triumph and turmoil in its wake. From St. Louis to Los Angeles, Michael McDonald's story began in St. Louis, Missouri, where he learned the fundamentals of music playing local gigs. Early on, he realized talent alone wouldn't carry him far. He needed experience, versatility, and connections. In the early 1970s, McDonald moved to Los Angeles, a city brimming with opportunity for session musicians. There, he became a sought-after background vocalist and keyboardist, performing with top acts and sharpening his craft. Tours with bands like Steely Dan taught him precision, discipline, and musical subtlety, but fame still eluded him. In the shadows of other artists' spotlights, McDonald was building the skill set that would eventually make him indispensable. A temporary replacement turns permanent fate intervened in 1975 when Doobie Brothers frontman Tom Johnston was sidelined by a severe bleeding ulcer in the middle of a tour. The band needed a quick replacement to honor booked shows, and McDonald was called in. Initially, his role was strictly temporary, but his soulful, gospel-tinged voice immediately drew attention. Fans responded. Radio responded. The record label smelled a new kind of success. McDonald's vocals weren't just filling a gap, they were changing the band's sound. Within months, he transitioned from stand-in to lead contributor, writing hit singles that would define the next chapter of the Doobie Brothers, altering both their music and their internal dynamics. The spirit of the original band. Tom Johnston wasn't just a singer, he was the Doobie Brothers' soul. As a founding member, he had written early hits like China Grove and Long Train Running, setting the band's signature blues rock style. His voice, energetic and raw, embodied the freedom and grit of the group's early identity. But by 1975, Johnston's health issues forced him to step back. When he returned, the band had shifted in ways he didn't recognize. McDonald's songs dominated new demos, and the label encouraged a smoother, more soulful sound. Johnston, once the guiding force, found himself sidelined, not by force, but by momentum and circumstance. His era of the band was quietly ending. The subtle shift to soul. By 1978, the Doobie Brothers had become unrecognizable to longtime fans. The bluesy riffs and three-part harmonies of the early albums gave way to layered keyboards, pianos, and McDonald's unmistakable croon. Hits like Minute by Minute went multi-platinum, and What a Fool Believes won Song of the Year at the Grammys. Industry applause was thunderous, and radio adored the new sound. Yet behind the scenes, the band was fracturing. Rehearsals and recordings now revolved around McDonald's material. Longtime members felt musically alienated as creative decisions shifted from collaboration to curation. Evolution had come at a cost, and while the public celebrated the success, the original Doobies were slowly losing their identity. The unseen price of success. Michael McDonald didn't seize control aggressively. He became irreplaceable. The band, the label, and the industry all leaned into his talent. But this success carried a subtle cost. Publishing rights, royalties, and songwriting credits increasingly favored McDonald. Founding members watched as their names appeared less frequently on liner notes, their creative influence diluted. In the music business, losing songwriting credit often means losing both financial and artistic control. Some insiders saw this as a takeover by legal means rather than force. The Doobie Brothers, once a brotherhood, were now navigating a landscape where contracts and corporate interests shaped the band's direction as much as musical talent did. The band divides in silence. The tension wasn't loud. There were no public fights or dramatic exits, yet the split within the Doobie Brothers was palpable. On stage, performances remained polished, harmonious, and professional. But backstage, resentment simmered. Members felt like sidemen in a project increasingly defined by McDonald. The camaraderie that fueled spontaneous jams and creative interplay was replaced by precision and perfectionism. McDonald's inward-looking style emphasized meticulous chord progressions and sculpted arrangements. What had been a collaborative, communal band culture shifted to something curated and controlled, with McDonald as the central force, leaving original members feeling both sidelined and alienated. Navigating yacht rock and public perception. The press didn't always understand or appreciate this evolution. The term yacht rock emerged as a shorthand for the Doobie Brothers' new style, smooth, polished, and geared toward affluent audiences. For McDonald, the label was frustrating. It implied superficiality and easy listening, minimizing the craftsmanship behind his arrangements. Yet the genre label stuck, shaping public perception. While radio played their hits and awards poured in, some fans and original members quietly mourned the rough-edged grit of early Doobies. McDonald's style had brought fame, but it also introduced a divide between critical acclaim and the loyalty of long-term fans, reinforcing the internal fractures of the band. Contracts, credits, and control. The transformation wasn't purely musical. Contracts, royalties, and publishing credits cemented McDonald's growing influence. Initially brought in as a hired hand, he quickly became essential to the band's commercial success. As co-writing and production credits accumulated, so did decision-making power. Founding members noticed their influence wane with each album, their shares diluted while McDonald's grew. The legal and business frameworks of the music industry had shifted the band's hierarchy almost invisibly. McDonald's voice and vision became synonymous with the Doobie Brothers brand, creating tension between artistic identity and contractual reality, between brotherhood and corporate structure. The artistry behind the hits. McDonald's genius lay not only in his voice, but in his approach to music. He layered chord progressions, sought perfection, and crafted intricate melodies that transformed the Doobie Brothers' sound. Albums became works of careful sculpting rather than spontaneous jams. Every note, every harmony was deliberate. While some original members struggled with this shift, McDonald's contributions undeniably elevated the band's artistry. Hits that would dominate radio weren't just successful, they were meticulously engineered. His influence redefined what it meant to be a Doobie Brother, turning a blues rock ensemble into a sophisticated genre-crossing act with lasting cultural impact. Legacy of transformation. Love him or resent him, Michael McDonald permanently altered the Doobie Brothers' trajectory. His voice and songwriting brought awards, commercial success, and enduring fame. Yet the transformation was complex. It brought musical evolution, internal tension, and legal shifts that reshaped the band's identity. The Doobie Brothers survived, but not without compromise. Original members faced the quiet erosion of influence and creative control, while McDonald became the unmistakable centerpiece. His era is remembered for its smooth hits and Grammy moments, but beneath the accolades lies the story of a band navigating change, fame, and the costs of artistic reinvention, the price of brilliance. Michael McDonald didn't just join the Doobie Brothers, he redefined them. His voice was a gift, his songwriting a revolution, but every transformation carries a price. Founding members lost ground, fans grappled with the shift, and internal dynamics shifted from camaraderie to curation. What emerged was music that defined a generation and cemented McDonald's legacy. but it was built on both brilliance and fracture. In hindsight, the story of the Doobie Brothers during this era is not just about hits and awards. It's about the tension between innovation and tradition, talent and identity, success and sacrifice, all intertwined with the silky voice that changed everything.